1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, testing.
It's working. K6US. Oh, I should turn my power up. There. Okay, there we go. There's the full beams. K6US.
It's working, but my meter output isn't working.
Well, that's a shame.
Let me go off frequency in a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, you're 20 over, so you're definitely putting out power. K6US.
Okay, well, it's got to be this bird meter. I got to check a few things.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what direction you're pointed, but you're definitely pumping some smoke. K6US.
.37 AJ6PD.
Good evening.
Good evening, K6US. You got it real strong in here on my GTH. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm just down here in West Fresno, so I'm not too far away. But yeah, you got a good signal down here into the valley.
Okay, very good. Just thought I'd check in on the Bozo Net. Figured it was starting about this time, so good to hear you out there, and I'll be standing by, waiting on the net. AJ6PD.
Alrighty, sounds good. Yeah, Mike should be here in about 10 minutes. So, but we are live on YouTube, so people can hear us. So we'll catch you in a bit. K6US.
WA6AHJ, AA6S.
Hey, Bill, he's fixing his meter.
He's doing what?
Well, he wasn't showing any power output on his meter, and I had to give him the unfortunate news that he was 20 over. So he was definitely pumping some juice, but he went off frequency to figure out what was going on.
The watt meter isn't showing, but the output's there, huh?
Yeah. You got your amp on? You're kind of quiet up here.
Let me kick the thing on here, just warmed up. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better for you.
Yeah, there you go. I figured you were running, 500 milliwatts.
That's about 35 watts. Now it's showing about 800.
Yeah, you must be pointed the other direction.
No, I'm pointed at you. I'll come around north. Is this better or worse?
Oh, there you go. You found it. Yeah, leave it right there.
Yeah, you're better too, Aaron.
Well, I spun the house around.
A friend of mine here is going to be on tonight on 432, and he's just got a loop like a similar thing. He's got a small 432 loop, but when he gets his tower up, he's got an interlaced 2-meter 432 Yagi you can put right below the 1296 beam, so that'll help quite a bit, but he should be able to hear him with the loop. I don't know if you'll hear him with a loop or not, or he'll hear you, but I'm confident. As long as I point north, I'm okay. K6US. AA6S, over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I heard him on 2 meters, but through Mike's radio. I didn't hear him up here on my single loop, but on 2 meters. But yeah, maybe I'll hear him on 432. He did say his loops weren't up very high at the moment, so yeah, it'll be good when he gets some Yaggies up, then I'm sure I'll be able to hear him.
Oh yeah, he moved it up from about 20 feet to 40 feet. Before it was below his. He's got a huge building there, and it was below the building. And he's got a tower ready to hoist up. He's got a bunch of antennas to put on it. The tower's been sitting there, sitting in the mount, ready to tilt up in the vertical position there. He's been running coax and stuff through the attic and what have you. It's got a pretty big place. There's a lot of hassle to run the cable where it's going, but anyway, he's getting it done. K6US, good hearing you there. I haven't heard you for a while. Of course, I haven't been on either. I'm in stereo now. I got both ears working too. K6US, A6S.
Oh, very good, Bill. Yeah, as you know, I'm usually here most nights, but not always in front of the microphone. So, and I just remembered that I need to keep the roll call tonight because Rob is not available. So I'm gonna write down all the call signs I've heard so far.
I wonder if Mike's amplifier wasn't working or it just wasn't reading.
I'm here, WA6AJ. Can you hear me?
Yeah, is the amp working?
Well, the amp seems to be working, but I think my bird watt meter took a frick.
Hook up a different watt meter.
Well, yeah, I haven't got around to that, but I was trying to troubleshoot the thing. Am I loud enough over there?
Oh, you're an S5, but I'm not pointed at you. I'm pointed due north. Where are you pointed?
I'm pointed at you.
Well, maybe it's... Let me come around on you here, and this thing's pretty directional. Let me see how strong you are now.
AA6S, WA6AJ.
It didn't change. You sure you're pointed at me?
Well, pretty darn close. How strong am I?
About an S6.
All right, head over with Aaron. What about you, Bill?
S6.
Well, that's weird.
Turn the amp off or it goes bypass. Let me see what happens.
Okay, I'm in standby.
Yeah, I got no signal at all now.
S9.
The amp is definitely doing something. Maybe the antenna's not.
Well, let me change the plug out and see if that does anything.
Yeah, either that or propagation's that bad tonight because Aaron's way stronger than you are.
I'll take that as a compliment, Bill.
10-4 rubber duck. I'm not at you now, Aaron, but I still copy you, okay? Due north, you're about an S6. And right I'm pointed now, you're about an S nothing, but I copy you fine.
Well, it's the bird watt meter as far as I can tell.
The bird quit birding, huh?
It's a canary.
This piece of solid state crap.
Oh, that thing you put in, maybe your battery's dead.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the stupid battery. I'll have to check that now. Hold on.
And now your transmitter went into the gurgle mode.
Yeah, like quarter two.
That's right. You're not running it on a wall wart, are you?
Now let me stand by here. I'll get it going.
That's like that movie with the Arabs and Arnold Schwarzenegger when the guy was taking a picture of him when they were pouring concrete in that nuclear bomb. The guy battery crapped out, and he finally said battery, and that that terrorist said, we'll go get another one. Well, that's where Mike is right now. He's got to get another battery. Man, you are loud. That's what I mean. You're smoking in. Snuck in here.
I can barely hear him, Bill, but I hear him.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where you live. Where are you? What part of town are you? Where'd you go? Maybe my self-craft out. No, I say, what part of town are you? I can't remember where you live. You, here in Visalia. Okay, southwest. Okay, you must be over towards, in the direction towards Lover's Lane or whatever out there. Probably not that far away, though. Oh, yeah, I thought it was this other guy that checked in here in town last night. You sound almost identical. I screwed up, Robert. You scared me. I didn't know you were on here. KE6VG, AA6S. Yeah, you're plenty strong now. Well, you're 20 over 9. I'm pointed broadside to you, so that's pretty strong. I'll see if Mike can hear you when he gets his bird wattmeter working or whatever he's doing there. WA6AHA, you get a 6, Mike, AA6S.
Hey, Bill, does your neighbor down there have a Bozo number?
Not yet. Robert, you want a Bozo number? Nothing. He just gives it to you. I think somebody was telling me it was probably going to be a 8-something or something like that. I don't know what number you got there. Aaron, what number you got for him there? Let me get my papers going here.
Well, he's going to have to, he'd have to wait till Sunday because there's no Rob tonight, and Rob is the keeper of the numbers.
I think Rob told me a number, so I don't know if I wrote it down, but I don't see it here. But anyway, you got to wait till Sunday to get your official number there, Robert. Aaron is running a loop like you, similar. You have stacked loops, don't you, Aaron?
And
hi, guys.
Hello, Mikey, AA6S, and see if we can hear KE6VG now that he's got his loop up a little bit higher there. Robert here in Visalia. Mikey, go ahead.
Okay, I can hear the guy on the other loop there. Aaron, I can hear him, but it's at 0. Bill's 30 over, and I can hear Mike when he was talking before too, but he's also at 0 right here. So this loop is tiny.
Yeah, well, at 432, they aren't very big.
Okay. I'm hearing him, but I didn't have my pen ready. So, who is it? Robert? That's the name, and give me your call sign, and then I guess you're waiting for a Bozo number. Is that it?
Yeah, Mike, you're pointed north.
Well, you can fix that.
I could just let you know, and just a reminder, there's no Rob, so I'm going to keep the roll.
I know that. I'm going to bring it back around south, though. Here we go. I didn't get ready very good tonight. I wasn't prepared. The radio was already on. As you noticed, I had it up on the beacon.
Yep, that's one of the first things I did was pull it off the beacon frequency, and while you're rotating around K6US 1079 and 1100.
Remember, I can't rotate without using my finger.
KJ6TYO1009.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Okay, hold your water a second, guys. I got to get ready here. And I just got done rotating the cell, so hang on just a second.
I got both of you on the list.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron.
KC5,
1237,
Good evening, Aaron, and put me on the list.
Good evening, A6S.
Put me there too if you don't already have it. 620 with 6 Pop Echo.
Bozo 61.
Oh, and 61's in there.
Hello, Rick.
Main old Bozo.
6RQU, A6S. My antenna's pointing the other direction, but Mikey's pointed at you, so he'll get you there. Good hearing. I just want to say hello. Hey, just standing by.
I hear you, Rick. Go ahead.
6RQU returning. Good signal.
Okay. KB6RQU, K6MYC. Give me a little more chatter. I'll peek on you.
Yeah. K6MYC, KB6RQ and OU, Bozo 61. Hear you there, but not much signal there. Did you get the amplifier up? Over.
Yeah, but I could probably drive it harder now that we've got the thing fixed here. Let me bring up the drive a little bit here. I don't know, Rob. I mean, Aaron, can you... No, it's doing something funny now. I can't get the drive marker to come up here.
Well, your
You're
signals come
at
up.
40%. What do you want to go to?
Give me 35%.
You're at 40.
Okay, well, 40 is good. I'm showing about 800. I should be strong, but I'm pointed south there, Rob. Rich. KB6RQU, and I peeked the antenna on you, so that should be better. KB6RQU in the group. K6MYC, thanks for coming up on 432 here.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you're sounding fine. You're nice and loud, and about 5 and 4 now.
Alrighty. Very good. Who else wants to say hello to Rick down there in Lake Isabella, DMO5? Go ahead. Oh, boy, everybody's quiet. Anyway, good evening to you, Bill. 800. I hear Kerry in there. I got 712. I've got 1009. I've got 982. I got 1079 and 1100. Who am I missing?
WA6AAJ727.
AJ6PD.
Okay, we got two others. 727 AJ6 at WA6AAJ, and also Tony there, AJ6 Papadola 1237. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I had a bad battery in my meter, and plus I was turning the wrong rotor, so everything was in sync, as they say. Anyway, KB6RQU, WA6AAJ, you copy?
WA6AAJ, good evening. KB6RQU, long time no hear.
Yep, very good, Rick. Yeah, I got the antenna finally pointed at you. You're coming in good.
Very good there. I was hearing K6US there for a little bit. Where'd he go?
Yeah, KB6RQU, Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra.
Yeah, give me your grid square. I'm in DM05, over.
Yeah, copy the DMO5. I'm in DM06, Delta Mike 06, over.
Yeah, DM06. I hear you. Real weak, but I hear you there.
Yep, Roger. Good to hear you.
I think he's just running whole loops, Rick, so pretty good signal to get down to you there. How about you, Ron? Are you copying Rick down there in Lake Isabella? KJ6TYO.
KJ6TYO here.
I say, are you copying Rick? Can you rotate your antenna toward, about 140 for you?
I actually have a vertical on right now, and I can barely hear him.
Well, no wonder, because he's horizontally polarized. Okay. Just a vertical. That ain't going to do it here.
Mikey, AA6S.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Bill.
Pick up my neighbor here. He's got his loop up in the air and wanted to check in. KE6 Victor Golf, Robert. KE6VG. And he says he's even hearing Rick up there. Anyway, give him a call, Robert.
Yeah, what?
KE6VG. Go ahead, AA6S.
Yeah, is his name Robert? Is that Robert?
Yeah, his name's Robert, right?
In Visalia. I heard Robert earlier. KE6EG, I think it is. I've got it written down, Robert. Don't worry about it. As soon as I hear it from you a couple of times, I'll memorize your call. Go ahead. My name is Mike. I'm in the Central California area above Fresno. So give me a call. We won't be able to give you a number tonight, but next time you check in, we can.
Okay. Yeah, I've barely got you. So I'm running a horizontal loop at about 40 feet right now, and don't have the Yagi up on the tower yet.
You're fine. I got a good copy on you. If you're having trouble with me, you may have a receive issue. You may want to turn the preamp on the radio if you have one. I'm running about 800 watts here.
Well, I've got you at S0 for some reason, and I don't know why, because I have the preamp on.
Oh, because you're vertically polarized. Here we are vertical. That should be better.
No, I'm horizontally polarized. I'm on a hoe loop.
Well, you're way stronger vertically polarized for some reason.
Point due south, Mike.
On my antenna.
I don't need to point due south. He's not south of me. He's over there in Visalia, isn't he?
Yeah, but Visalia is almost due south of you.
I am DM06HH.
Okay, this should be better.
Yeah.
It's 166. Okay. Yeah, well, that's not very far off. But I have to go a little bit more to the east to get good copy on Rick there in Lake Isabella. That's why I was over that way. He comes in the best just about 149, 148, Aaron. That's why I was over that way. Anyway, I got a good signal with the loop. It'll be good to get the Aggie up there. Now, let me do this. Let me go back to horizontal. Give me some chatter while I do that.
Okay, I can hear you way better now. You jumped up to S6 on this, but no, what I have is a horizontal loop, one of the little dual band ones for 2 meters and 440, and it is at 41 feet high right now. So we just got it up there today to see what it would do.
Okay, I don't know who makes the dual band loop.
It comes out of Taiwan. It's a what do they call it? A harvest dual band loop. They sell them on Amazon for I don't know $75, and I got it at a dealer guy down in LA for $59.
Oh, you can't beat that, I guess. Okay. Good. Well, it's working very well. You're quite strong now. You're very strong. And when I went back to horizontal, you peaked up. So I was getting you on a bounce. What happens on these VHF bands, and you may not be aware of it, but the polarity that you start out with can change if you don't work the direct path. When the signal bounces off a hillside, it starts out horizontal or vertical. it hits the hillside, and that takes on a totally new polarity, and you never know quite what it's going to be. Could be continuing to be horizontal, but more than likely it takes on a good part of some other polarity. But now we're horizontal, and I'm pointed at you, and my 800 watt should be working better for you. Give me your call a couple of times, Robert, and I'll memorize it here. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you're much stronger now. You're S8, and I'm on an ICOM 9700 running 100 watts. The call is Kilo Echo 6 Vegetable Garden KE6VG.
Okay, got it. KE6VG. Well, you're not running 100 watts because the 9700 only puts out 75, but that's close anyway. I have two of them here. Over.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a power meter on it right now, but it's set at 100%.
100% on that band is 75 watts, or 70. I get a reading of 70 out of mine, but maybe they're optimistic, or my meters are pessimistic. On 1296, which we hope to get you on, you're running just 10 watts, so you need a little more antenna gain there. Bill can suggest what you might want to do, a 22 easy or something like that. Bill, for him would be just fine. At 40 feet, he'd be in here like a ton of bricks. So there you go. Alpha Alpha 6 Sugar K6MYC with KE6VG. Go ahead, Bill. Where did Bill go?
Did he take off?
He must have.
So I got a surprise for everyone for the 1296 antenna.
Oh, okay. What is that?
It's one of those 72 element antennas and amplifier horizontal Yagis.
Oh, it's got the preamp built in, does it?
No preamp. It's the one they use for that made the world record DX haul across the ocean down there in New Zealand or Australia somewhere. But it's 72 elements on a 20-foot boom.
Yeah, that is a biggie. We make one that's not quite that many elements, but it's it's quite long. It's about 15 foot. I can't remember the number of the elements, but we make one like long Yagi like that. The only problem with it, they're very sharp. You got to be pointed right at somebody, or they're not going to hear you. So, but we'll be looking forward to hearing it. It should work like a ton of bricks. Over.
One off to the left and one straight forward, or something.
I doubled with you. I missed all of that. Over.
No, I have a shorter one also. I think it's like 24 to 30 elements, or 24 elements on it. I think I can hook it up to the mast also and aim it off to the left or something, or aim it to two different locations. Okay.
Well, can you rotate the mast?
Oh yeah, no, we just got the tower up, and it's one of the U.S. towers, the 55-foot one, the what do you call it, MA550, and then we've got a rotor with a cage on top and about 7 feet more pole above that, so we can stick it on there somewhere.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's not a tower, that's a mast, a tubular mast. I have one here, MA54.
Yeah, it's just the tubular.
That's good, though. It's good and clean and nice looking, particularly if you're in the city.
Yeah, I'm in the city. So you're the one that does M squared then, because you said you manufactured antennas.
Yes, I was the founder of M squared along with my wife. She started it as a typesetting business. It was called M squared Enterprises. I had retired or sold my previous business, which was KLM Electronics. I was the M of KLM, and so my wife was named Myrna. So Myrna and Mike became M squared Enterprises. And then after a few years of that, we went to a computer show in San Jose, and we saw this stuff called typesetting business, or computerized, typing and stuff like that. And we said we better sell our typesetting business, which was old crude chemical, making plates and stuff and printing that way. So we sold that off and gradually converted the business back into antenna design and manufacture. So it went from M Squared Enterprises to M Squared Antenna Systems, Inc. Over.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that about you. I've been in the print business for 42 years and just retired. So I learned how to run a CompuGraphic edit writer typesetting machine, and then we moved into all the digital stuff with the big screens and everything. So I'm familiar with big presses, small presses, web presses, all of that.
Yeah, I think that's what we had was a CompuGraphic thing. We with chemicals and all that stuff. And we printed little newspapers when we lived in San Martin, in between Gilroy and Morgan Hill. We printed the local newspapers and business cards and stuff like that. Over.
Yep. So I owned a real estate publication called Today's Real Estate that we produced in Tulare County for 33 years, and I finally pulled the plug because they're fully dead. Stick a knife in it, they're gone, just like the phone booth.
Who's dead? Not real estate.
Yeah, so I published a newspaper. I worked for another company down in Visalia for about 10 years, and then I went out on my own for 33 years, and I published one called Today's Real Estate. We printed it in Selma. We printed it with Gannett. We printed it, I think the last place that it was printed was in Sanger, because all the presses are closing down also.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that with all the modern printing, computerized printing and all the rest of that, printers, and you hardly need them anymore. Okay, well, nice to meet up with you, Robert. Good to meet you, and I'm sure we'll look forward to hearing you on 1296 next Tuesday. And, of course, the 9700 has 2 meters, so maybe we'll hear you Sunday night. Sunday night is 2-meter night. Monday night is 222 and 6 meters. And then Tuesday night's 1296, and Wednesday again back 2 meters, and then like tonight 432. So there you go. 7-3. Bill, if you're back, AA6S to finish it off, K6MYC. Bill's gone. He's really gone. He must be chasing dinner or something there. Okay. I called out a bunch of call signs earlier. Is there anybody in there that I missed that's on here that's listening? Over.
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo.
Okay, W6PE up there in Oakhurst. Good evening, Mike. Good to hear you. Now, let me go back down the list here. 620. And, well, backwards up from you. Anything new up there? You're in here. And I imagine before too long you want to get out of here and hit the sack. W6PE, K6MYC off the back of the beam.
Yep, yeah, that's about right. I think I best get in here early if I can. I was just sitting here listening. A lot of really interesting conversations. I really enjoyed you telling about the history of your business there. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So, yeah, it sounds like it was a lot of fun to do all that. Of course, and antennas are sure a lot of fun. Yep, I still have to get that new 1296 beam put together and then get up there and get the thing mounted. But I'll get that done in the next week or so. I've got some other projects I got to get done around the house here first. But as soon as those are done and the weather's okay, I'll get that 1296 on the air.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well, I'm sure you'll get 1296 going pretty quick there. Weather should be okay for a while. The little rain that we get usually isn't much of a factor, except just at the moment you want to get up there and do something, it starts to rain, but it's not like other parts of the world that rain a lot more. All right, let's see. Carrie, I heard you in there, and let me shoot it back to you, and then we'll go back up the list quickly. KC5DTU, it's still rumbling along with the Christie Gnome thing and all the rest. They're making a big deal out of nothing there, aren't they?
Roger, still here. Good evening, Michael, and hello to Judy, and we'll catch up on the phone again.
Okay, I'll wait for your call.
Roger. Okay, KC5 DTU.
Alrighty, very good. I shot it to you there once, Ron. KJ6TYO, but did you get the antenna rotated around to see you could hear the guy in Visalia? Over.
No, I'm just, I could hear all those guys on the vertical, so, yeah, I didn't rotate nothing. I'd have to unplug stuff and hook it to the horizontal and go outside and turn it, so I just left it on vertical. It's up about 50 feet.
Yeah, well, where you are, you're kind of centered on everybody here in the Central Valley, so good deal. All righty. And I guess you're getting over your stuff. When are you going to be forced to go back to work?
Well, they said I got to grow some more skin there on my ankle before I could put a boot on. So, got to go back to the doctor, let him look at it. There's still a couple big scabs on each side of my ankle. So, guess when all that's done and grow a little bit more skin, then they'll release me back to work. Probably going to be a month or two.
I wonder if that's the place where you may have gotten some of that bad juice on you, and it went from there, huh?
Yeah, that's where it all points back to. Whether I can't prove it, but I mean, come on, that's some bad stuff out there. So I'm pretty sure it had something to do with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck. It sounds like it won't be too much longer, though. You sound like you're healing more every day. Okay, let me shoot it over to 982. Daryl, are you still here? KG5, KG6. That's not right. I got Daryl's call sign jammed around somebody else's here. Go ahead, Daryl, pick it up. K6MYC. Daryl's gone. How about Dave? Are you in here tonight? K6BBG. Okay. Carrie's not here. Who else am I? Oh, WA6AAJ. Good evening, Mike. Well, he's gone too. Who's left? Anybody before we go down to? Well, we should go over to Santa Cruz. There won't be anybody on in the Tascadero tonight.
Juliet 6, Papa Delta 1237, but I got no traffic, Mike, thank you.
I got you checked in already there, Tony. Let me do this. Let me move the antenna back so I could copy what Rick said. Rick, go ahead again.
Oh, thank you for coming back to me there, KB6RQU. Yeah, I heard a couple of other stations here I didn't get to say hello to, K6US and the KE6VG.
Go ahead.
KE6VG, KB6RQU, DMO5, over.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you good. This is KE6VG. You got a good signal here.
Okay, this is Rick, and I'm in Lake Isabella.
Okay, well, I guess now we know you can reach Lake Isabella with a hoe loop.
Yeah, it's working pretty good.
It's hilarious. It's about the size of a teacup.
You're a 5 and 2.
Yeah, you're about the same here.
What did you say it was about the size of?
No, the horizontal loop for 432 is about the size of a small teacup around.
Okay, yeah, they're pretty small. And 2-meter one's about 8 inches on the side. Let's see, it would be 6, a little over 6. Oh, yeah. I'm wrong. 7, 8 inches on the side or so. Is the whole loop for 2 meters, is that round also?
No, I've got both of them are square that I have.
Okay, very good. very good. Good contact, Rick. How about you, Aaron? You want to give, I think you worked him already.
Yes, I did. K6US.
Who else was it you wanted there, Rick? Go ahead.
K6US.
You worked him. That's Aaron. Aaron, say it again. Over.
Yeah, Rick, we already worked. KB6RQU Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Delta Mike 06.
You copy that, Rick?
No, I'm not copying him at all now.
Okay. Well, he can't rotate. It's a whole loop, isn't it? Isn't it, Aaron?
Yeah, it's a set of two of them, but still can't do anything with it.
Okay. Well, he's here, and you can work him. We just have to wait for a couple of minutes for the band to peak up again. Are you copying Rick, Aaron?
Oh yeah, he's actually sounding pretty good tonight. So the band's in pretty good shape.
How much power are you running, Rick?
Almost 100 watts.
Well, Aaron's running 75. You should hear him.
Well, he did earlier.
Yeah, that's weird. Wonder if you got some local noise on 432 or something. You're both running comparable power, so that should be reciprocal, Rick. Anyway, not to worry. He's in here all the time because Aaron is the gentleman that runs the stream. So he's in here one way or the other almost every night. Some nights he can't be here, but he still turns the screen on and operates the screen, the stream, as in streaming video and streaming audio. Over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was better a little while ago. I can't hardly hear him at all down there. I have no noise here.
Yeah, well, it may be a feed line issue. You may have more feed line loss than he does, so he's hearing better. I hear really well here because I have a preamp, and the preamp makes a big difference on 432.
Yeah, I only have 40 feet of LMR 400.
He's running 75 watts into 40 feet of LMR 400 to a stacked pair of whole loops. Over.
Okay, I'm running those two little beams up there, and I have the preamp on the amplifier and then the one in the radio.
Yeah, okay. And what are the Aggies? Two of them stacked, one above the other?
Yeah, I keep forgetting what they are.
Oh, okay. How many elements? You remember how long the booms are?
They're KLMs. We've talked about them before. They had to redo that matching device on them because they were cracked.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess it's 44011s or something. Yeah. Okay. Well, they should hear him. They're good antennas if they're working properly. But who knows? Anyway, let's see if there's anybody else is copying Rick that would like to give him a report down there in DMO5. This is K6MYC Bozo Net. All quiet, Rick, so I think that's it unless we get around the other way. You can welcome to stay in here. You may hear KW6S. He runs about 800 watts here on 432 up from Santa Cruz. So you may hear him. Over.
Yeah, I'll follow you around and see what happens.
Alrighty. Okay, here we go, going around to Santa Cruz, guys, K6MYC. Here we are at Watsonville and Santa Cruz. Let's see how we're doing over there. Watsonville, Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. How about it, Lee? K6MYC.
K6MYC, AF6 United. I'm here tonight. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, much better than the last few weeks. So obviously everything's working on my end. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, you're sounding good here, too, although still a little bit down from some of the nights, though, a couple of months ago where you were up S9 there. You're down around S5, S6 tonight there. Go ahead.
Well, I moved the antenna back your way a little bit more. I went past you, actually, and I split the difference between you and Tom. So I bumped it back a couple of degrees, and you came up. You see something different now?
Not very much, but then again, my antenna is pretty wide pattern, so yeah, unless you came up a lot, it probably didn't make a whole lot of difference. But you're still definitely Q5, quite readable here, and yeah, everything seems to be working good on your end. So yeah, I'll turn it back to you, K6MYC from AF6 United.
Yeah, well, this should be right at you, so that's all I can get. The pattern's pretty broad this evening. I can go back and forth 10 degrees, and you're still in there. So, good, strong signal. Best I've heard you in 3 or 4 weeks at least. So there you go. We'll see who else is copying you, but let me see if Tom is in here. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. Give me some more chatter. You're about 20 dB below Lee. Something's terribly wrong, over.
K6MYC, KW6S, that should be a little better.
Yeah, you're breaking up, though. So that should be a little bit, and it quit. So something's kicking out on you, over.
Oh, I think that was me not wanting to throw switches while I had to push to talk engage.
Okay, well, you're doing fine. You're not your normal strength over here. But now that you've got power on, I can go back and forth and maybe peek on you, but it doesn't matter. But Lee's doing very well over here. Actually, is stronger than you are right at the moment, so I don't think things are still right. Maybe you've got water on the 432 feed line or something. I know you're suffering problems on 1296 for sure. Anyway, let's see. Anybody over here want to say hello to Tom and Lee? Go ahead. K6MYC Bozo Net. Well, everybody's quiet, so all the big guns have left. Well, we're missing John over here, K6MI, but sometimes John has a music practice session on some nights, and so he might pop in here, but later on in the evening. All right, well, good to hear you, Tom. Thanks for popping in, and Lee, you can take it to Tom and then shoot it over to Lee, and then he can feed it back to me. Rob is not here tonight. He's got another meeting, and so he won't be in here. He's physically gone from the house, so he may check in, but it may be toward the end of the net or too late for the net. So there you go. KW6 Sugar. We'll have a good weekend, and we'll see you Sunday night, I'm sure. KW6S with Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. K6MYC. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, I've been working pretty hard at getting Bouvet, and I finally on FT8, and I think I made 135 calls before I got them, and they came back and they gave me a signal report of -30 question mark. So I don't think that's very strong, and so that's been my activity here this evening earlier. Also, I'm not sure I'll be on Sunday night. I'm doing the ARRL DX contest, and depending on how much of an effort I put, I might not be ready for the net. But otherwise, things are going great here. Turn it over to Lee. There's AF6U, KW6S.
KW6S and K6MYC in the group. Yeah, I am going to try to do some stuff on the contest this weekend as well, so I may not be here Sunday night either, although I probably won't be putting in a tremendous effort. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get my tri-bander up yet. It's just every time I think I've got a day that I can work on it, everything else goes wrong, and I just don't get to it until late in the afternoon, and I can only make a little tiny bit of progress. So we'll see how I do in the contest this weekend, but it's still going to be on the old cobweb. So I'll say 7-3 to everybody, and we'll look forward to talking with you maybe on Monday night on 6 meters. K6MYC, KW6S, KW6S, AF6 United, back to K6MYC.
Okay, very good, Lee. And you are still stronger than Tom tonight. Tom's pattern is very strange. You're very sharp. I mean, when I go back and forth on you, you really only peak up in one direction. I got maybe plus or minus 5, and you start to fall away. And Tom is much broader than that, so he must be coming multipath. And that may be why it doesn't want to get strong tonight. No direct path. I'm working you through the cracks in the hills, Tom. Anyway, 7-3, guys. Enjoy the weekend, and do get on and have some fun in the contest there. Take care. We'll see you Sunday night, or maybe not Sunday night. Maybe Monday on 6 meters, Lee. AF6 United and KW6S 7-3. K6MYC moving to the Bay Area.
And 711 was in there.
Well, I didn't hear Tom. I mean, John, go ahead, John.
Thanks. I'm probably double digit. AF6U, extremely loud tonight. But very good. K6MI, 711, out.
Oh, K6MI, AF6 United. Yeah, I'm hearing you pretty well tonight, too.
Oh, you're at 9. That's good.
That's amazing. You're about an S5 here, but then again, yeah, I'm only on a 3-element beam here, so yeah, coming in loud and clear. K6MI, I think it is, AF6U. Back to you.
Okay, that bumps the power up a little bit. No big signal tonight. Thanks for the contact, K6MI.
All right, thanks.
Go ahead and call Tom if you want to, John.
K6MI, yeah, Tom, are you there?
KW6S, are you copying John?
6S. Yeah, KW6S, K6MI. Not quite as strong as Lee, but quite fine. K6MI.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you're doing pretty good here tonight. As far as way out of the noise. Yeah, things are going good here, and I'm guessing you're going to be in the contest this weekend as well. K6MI, KW6S.
I'll give it a try. Time to repair part of the two numbers I got to say. K6MI.
Very good. K6MI, KW6S. Back to you, Mike.
Hey, very good, Tom. 7-3, guys. And good evening to you, John. Got you in here. Yeah, pretty good copy, even though I'm off. We're both off to the side of each other here. Hi. It helped when you turned the power up. You got from Q3 to Q5 when you did that. Hi. K6MI, KW6S, AF6 United, K6MYC going to the Bay Area, Bozo Net. There's the Bay Area. KD6SOK, KD6 Sugar Oscar Kilo, KD6SOK, or anybody else on 432 in the Bay Area, K6MYC.
Hey, Mike. I got you here. KD6SOK, coming in good.
Yeah, no, you're doing fine. You always have a better signal on 432 than you do on 1296 and or 220. But good copy, Fred. Good evening to you. And I also hear Russ in here. Good evening, Russ. I've got your 111 and 507 from you, Fred. Take one and see how things are going over there, and you're ready for the weekend. KD6SOK in the group, K6MYC.
Oh, things are going fine here, Mike. It was a beautiful day, gosh. But it was windy. It was really windy. But tomorrow it's supposed to warm up into the 70s, which I'm looking forward to. So it was chilly this morning and cold because of the wind. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend, so that's good. So anyway, good to hear you. Kind of good, got a good signal. Yeah, 1296 wasn't so great last night, so. But I did hear you, you know, it was kind of up and down, kind of fluttery, so wasn't the greatest conditions. It's just conditions. Anyway, Mike, you sound great, so back to you. 7-3, Mike, 86F, okay.
Okay, very good, Fred. Thank you. 7-3. And you might want to do one thing. I checked this, but we also confirmed it from several other sources. Now, I got 4 other sources. There seems to be a discrepancy on how much uranium and such that it takes to make a bomb, and a lot of it can be just distorted slightly by mixing plutonium in there and other factors. But typically between 4 and 16 kilograms can make it a hellacious bomb. Over.
Well, here's the question for you. Let's say that you have the enhanced uranium. Let's say you have that, right? So now you have to make it. Now you have to make it explode. So how's that done? Do you know how that works? How do you make a bomb? Let's say you have the proper quantity to make an explosion and make an atomic bomb. So what's the next step?
I'm not sure what you mean. What the next step is? You have to put it into a container.
And do you set it off with a stick of dynamite or something?
I'm sorry, what?
How do you set it off? With a stick of dynamite or a blasting cap? I mean, how do you detonate it?
Well, sometimes, from what I understand, you drive another surge of uranium into the initial part. That's one way, and the person that was describing it to me described 2 or 3 different methods, but I wasn't... I mean, we went over it one time, but it was a little complicated. But basically, you inject a small amount of uranium at a high force into the main body of the cluster that you have of between 3 and 15 kilograms. Over.
Yeah, but that doesn't work because the neutrons will get to the target before you can smash them together. So, and that's the problem that the Manhattan Project ran into, that they tried to move a core into another core, but the neutrons get there beforehand, so it would fizzle. So what was the remedy, do you know?
I don't know, but it didn't fizzle. You're talking about Big Boy and Little, what were the 2 names of the ones that went over Tokyo?
Yeah, so the little boy, it didn't fizzle because they had to figure out, they mathematically worked it out that if you ran the 2 cores together, it would fizzle. And there was a solution to it, which is extremely complicated, which you think that's easy to do, but it's not.
I'm not concerned about that. I was just concerned that it doesn't take a lot more uranium as part of the solution, does it?
That's not the issue. So there's 2 parts to make an atomic bomb. One is you have to have enriched uranium or plutonium. You need something like that. You need either of the 2 elements, right, to make a bomb. Now, once you have those elements, the next step is you have to ignite it. You have to initiate the explosion. And which one do you think is harder, making the enhanced uranium or plutonium, or igniting the bomb?
Probably ignition.
Correct. See, that's what, people don't get. That's what you don't understand. You think it's easy. Oh, you just get this uranium and enrich it, and then you just run the 2 pieces together in a gun barrel, and it'll go off. Well, it doesn't work like that.
Well, that wasn't the issue, as far as I can recall, Fred. I only mentioned the fact that it started off very simple. I said that what we were hearing from the Iranians is that they had 460 kilograms of uranium, of 50 or 60 grade. It had to be moved up to 80 or 90 grade, preferably 90. From all my sources, that seems to, with proper centrifuges and so on, it seems to take about 2 weeks, maybe a little longer, but not much more. And that was the only question. They said they had enough material to make 10 or 11 bombs. And that's when we got, either you got confused or I was confused about what you were trying to tell me. Over.
If I flew over there right now in an airplane, private jet, and I dropped in, let's say,
pounds of enhanced uranium, gave it to the Iranians, they still couldn't make a bomb. I mean, people think this stuff is easy. It's not that easy. You need to research it more and not stop listening to people who don't understand, are not physicists and don't understand how that stuff works. You know, I have books on how they built it. I have documentation, and I have the premier for Los Alamos scientists. And before you even get into the lab, you have to go through all these courses, and they explain how it's done. It's very complicated. It's not that easy, and that's why those 2 atomic bombs cost the United States $2 billion in 1945 just to make those bombs.
Okay, but I'm only concerned with the amount and what their comment was, and how difficult it is. We assume that they know more than I know about how to make a bomb. They just have problems getting up to the enrichment level, and just about the time they got there. Now, maybe they're working on the mechanisms, but I would assume they have scientists that know how to do this, and maybe they just haven't gotten to that point yet. They're very close, however, from what we understand. Over.
It doesn't matter. It's immaterial. It doesn't matter how much enriched uranium and how they did this and all that. Putting it together to actually make it fire off is so difficult and so completely different. Yeah, they got smart people there, but so do we. But we had the best physicists and scientists in the world working on that. And, you know, it doesn't matter how much enhanced uranium they have. It's nonsense. Plus, you got to remember, 7 months ago, we were told by the president that the entire nuclear capability of the uranium has been destroyed. They can never build a bomb. And that's what he said 7 months ago.
I'm not arguing any of that, Fred. What they found, however, was that they had stored a separate amount from what they're telling us, and information seems to back it up, confirming information. As you can tell from all the things we've done over there, we've got very good information coming out of there, so we're able to defeat them very quickly and blow up the leadership and all the rest of that. So we have a lot of sources that seem to confirm what they're saying. Whether they can do it or not, they have never set one off. There's no doubt about that. And that may be what they're struggling with, but that's not the point. They are making the threat, and we have to assume that they can do it. Over.
Okay, so let's say they make the threat. How would they get that bomb over here?
Well, that's the second thing. They were developing an intercontinental ballistic missile that would carry it. They weren't very far from the completion of that project either, so there you are.
That's complete rubbish. That's nonsense. You know what it takes to make an intercontinental ballistic missile? It's got to be a 3-stage rocket, and even if you put the bomb on top of a rocket, it's got to re-enter the upper atmosphere and come down without disintegrating and melting, and then you have to trigger it. I mean, it's not trivial. I mean, the SpaceX, look how many years they spent before they could get the Starlink satellites into orbit. It's not an easy thing to do. Very few people can do that. And the rockets they have are just glorified German V2 rockets that have been, modified a little bit and put a GPS on them. So what? I mean, you're worrying about stuff that is never going to happen.
Well, do you want to hang your life on it?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's complete nonsense. I mean, all these fearmongers don't know what they're talking about. Making an intercontinental ballistic missile, only a few countries can do that. China can do it, Russia can do it, we can do it, nobody else can.
North Korea developed one, Pakistan was, India has one.
But they have never fired anything that far, this long range. They say, we can hit the United States, and that's never been proven that they can do it.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. What I said was they have the bomb, and they have, I know North Korea is working on it. They haven't been able to get it from their shore to our shore yet, but they've gotten quite a ways out there with it. I don't see how you can argue the fact that they don't have any of that capability.
Who, the Iranians?
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Who doesn't have the capability? The Iranians?
The Iranians.
Oh, they don't have the capability. No, they don't have it.
Yeah, I know they didn't have it, but they're very close from what we understand. All our sources all the intelligence sources that have proven to be accurate in many other cases seem to feel that they do have and are very close. That's why that's all being destroyed now with another Moab to get their underground facilities where they're developing the stuff. Fred, over.
It's absolute nonsense. And we were told back when George W. Bush was president that, they have weapons of mass destruction on Iraq. So 4,500 soldiers died in that war, and they never found anything.
Well, I think you just aren't tuned in. I talked to sources that know exactly what they found and what they had over there. So there was a combination of some amount of false information, and they didn't have any large quantity, and they were attempting to get it, but they were quite far ahead in the basic development from what we understand. Over. That's what we found when we went in there.
I think it's an excuse to deal with the president's low poll numbers because most Americans don't approve of this. It's only one out of four people approve of doing this work, and Israelis pushed Trump into it.
Now the Israelis have the bomb. Why would you think the Iranians wouldn't be able to do it?
Yeah, the Israelis have the bomb, and and Iran knows this. They're not stupid people over there. Is that if they tried to bomb Tel Aviv or Jerusalem, they would be vaporized. And they do have a hydrogen bomb. Actually, they have several of them. That's all you need. But the Iranians are not close to anything at all. I think it's all a bunch of BS. And they may have enriched uranium. So what? You can't do anything with it. You have to trigger it, and triggering it is not easy. It's not like strapping a stick of dynamite to it and setting it off, or sticking it into an artillery barrel and smashing two pieces together. That's not how it works. It's basically that's kind of the idea, but to get that to actually work is something completely different.
Well, again, Fred, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm just trying to present what I've found out, and I have some very credible sources, people that were over there and have been over there off and on for the last 20, 25 years, and were right there when the Iraqi situation was resolved and all the rest of that. They've been in Bahrain, they've been in all the places around Iran, and they've also studied what you're talking about here. And so I don't know. I'm just, the only thing is, from what I could gather, if the South Koreans can do it, and the Israelis can do it, and the Pakistanis can do it, and the Indians can do it, and the Russians can do it, and we've done it as of 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, I can't understand why you think it would be impossible for the Iranians to do it. They're very smart people.
Well, the reason the Pakistanis could do it is because A.Q. Khan took all the schematics and diagrams for the company he was working in the Netherlands and stole them. And he went to the Pakistan Prime Minister and said, I'm going to build you a bomb. And he said, fine, that's great. Here's the money to do it. And that's what they did. But it's not on a missile. They detonated the thing underground, and they proved that they can do it. But they can't deliver it. They don't have good delivery system. They don't have a Minuteman III missile, okay? And the Iranians are smart people, but it's blown out of proportion. The Israelis are very smart people, and they got help from the United States on their weapons development. And by the way, in Los Alamos, they did test the gun barrel uranium bomb, and they did it. And there's a bunker where they actually tested it, and they found out that if they ran the two pieces together, the neutrons would hit the target, and it would fizzle before it would detonate. So, and they did it at a smaller scale, but they did actually test it out. And that's not the Trinity test; it's a different test. So they found out you can't just ram the two pieces together. So it's very complicated, and it's still pretty top secret. For the most part, they won't tell you the exact details, but I have the books on what they were working on.
You have the books that who was working on, Iranians?
No, I have all the books from Los Alamos on how they were working on the nuclear weapons.
Yeah. But that was a long time ago, Fred, don't you think? Look, I worked at Lockheed when we were building Polaris missiles that are atomic warheads, and they're floating around the world right now with nuclear submarines. So and they they could be used. So we've got that technology, and it seems like that was developed many years ago. Seems like it's rocket science, yes, but it seems like people are capable of doing it.
They are given enough time, but they don't have enough time and they don't have the resources. It takes a lot more than, making a threat to say that they have it. So I don't believe that they have anything like that. And by the way, I know a little bit more about the Polaris missile system than you know. I actually know people who actually worked on the D5 to replace the Polaris missile system. But anyway, getting back to the point of, they're stockpiling this uranium. So what? They can't trigger it. It's very difficult. You think they could put one together? I would lose any sleep over it.
Again, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to put together what you said originally. They couldn't make a dirty bomb with that amount of material, and that didn't seem to jive what else I was hearing. So whether they can trigger it or not, that's another subject, and I can't answer or speak to that. But I'm just going by what I have found out on amounts and quantities and things like that. So it's not a big deal. It's not out of the question, and I don't think it was done to boost poll numbers, my friend.
Well, I don't believe what Trump says. Half the stuff he says he lies about, right? He lies about tariffs. He says tariffs are not a tax. They are a tax. He was ruled against that by the Supreme Court. Then he says back in the summer, we've destroyed their nuclear weapons program. Well, he didn't destroy it. There was questions about it. So, I don't think, I can't believe anything the guy says. He says, the story changes all the time. And if you want to believe that guy, that's fine, but I don't believe anything he says.
You don't have to, Fred, but he's keeping you from getting into serious trouble. All right. Not going to get into a big political discussion. Obviously, you have TDS, and I can't deal with that. I can't help you with that one.
No, the problem is, if you just constantly lie to the American public and tell them one thing and do another thing, I don't want to get involved in any foreign wars. This is before he got elected. He says, we should not get involved in any foreign wars. And what does he do? He gets involved in all kinds of wars. He threatens Greenland. He wants to take over, Cuba now, and then he gets involved with the Iranian situation. So he made these campaign promises. I'm going to lower costs. None of that's true. It's all exactly the opposite of what he said.
Well, that's not true, Fred. I don't know where you're getting your information, but it's phony. It's wrong. So I just can't. I don't want to get into any more discussion with you. But we were so far apart on the truth of the matter and what's going on. I'm very well tuned in here, and I can't believe that I'm being befuddled by this. But it's neither here nor there at this point. I didn't mean to get you riled up about Trump's and his motivations. So we won't get into that. That's a whole different world. Anyway, good evening to you, and let me get it over to Russ and see how he's doing up there this evening. AD6SOK, K6MYC, up to you, Russ. Russ is gone. Who else is here in the Bay Area? Go ahead.
Still here still chewing dinner and listening to everything. So I would agree with what Fred said, that you are coming very strongly. So anyway, I have nothing to report. Said everything was 40 meters, which was remarkable. Anyway, I was just going to check in, Mike, and then we'll go continue eating my food here at K6MYC and the group, WB6791090.
Okay, very good. Good evening, Gary. Not real strong over here. I'm having a little trouble hearing you, but I got it. I missed the first part because I had to get audio levels adjusted and stuff. I got something going on with my Bluetooth. I can't figure it out when it plugs into this radio. It doesn't give me as much ear volume, hearing aid volume, as I get when I plug it into a different radio, and I don't know why that would be. when I turn up the volume here, it just distorts the Bluetooth, but it doesn't give me any more to my ears, and I'm struggling with that. Anyway, neither here nor there. You're just not as strong as I've heard you a little better, but it's at least Q5. Anyway, good evening, Gary. WB6WNI, K6MYC. Thanks for popping in.
No problem, Mike. No, the only thing you missed was I said I was still eating dinner. That's all I was saying. So it was, anyway, I'm going to go back to dinner, and then I guess we'll meet again on Sunday, if not tomorrow morning. K6MYC in the group, baby, 679.
Yeah, well, it was good to hear you this morning. You weren't very strong then either, but I still don't have but one antenna up, the other 40-meter antenna.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, we'll be waiting for that. No rush, Mike. I'll turn it back to you so you can continue with the groups here, but no rush. I tell you, 679.
Alrighty, well, go get dinner, and we'll talk to you either tomorrow morning or Sunday night, one or the other, or Saturday morning or Sunday morning. I should be on there every one of those days. Good evening. And hopefully, I don't know where Russ went. Maybe he just didn't want to stick around for that discussion.
Yeah, I guess not, because I can hear Russ very well. He comes in nicely as well. Anyway, I'm going to back out of here and have dinner. K6MYC, baby, 679, 73 for now.
Okay, just take one listen. Let's see if there's anybody that you can hear that I can't hear. Bay Area Bozo Net, 432. Anybody else in here? Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, over.
This is Kilowatt 6, Whiskey India Sierra, number 637.
Yeah, I don't think so, Mike. Tonight is a...
I got it, Paul. Hang on.
I did not have the antenna attached. The noise is zero. It is a beautiful day for QRP, so no one was there. Back to you, Mike.
Yeah, okay. We got you. And Paul did break in, but you wouldn't hear Paul coming from Placerville unless you pointed up his way. So we'll let you go. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Now I'll go back to Paul. Good evening, Paul. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, 637. How are you doing? And do you have anybody else to call in over and over?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Good evening. No one else to check in, just myself, and your signal is about a 5x1 to 5x2 right now, not very high signal. I bet you.
Yeah, I've gone back and forth. I can't get a peak. I'm clear up. Let me go back where I was. Somewhere in here, but there doesn't seem to be any peak on you tonight. You're right on the noise floor. Okay, I got you on yourself. Nobody else in there. I did work Dave, and he passed along his input last night, and Kent, but I guess you didn't work them tonight. They do have 432. The only band I guess they don't have is 1296. So I thought they might be in here, but maybe they'll check in when I get up toward them there. Good evening to you, Paul, and if you can stick around, we'll look for you on the direct path as well. K6WIS, K6MYC. If not, have a good weekend, and we'll see you Sunday night.
Okay, thank you, Mike. 73 from Placerville, India Sugar, signing off.
Now, I guess this is where the peak is. I'm at 282 right now. This is right toward Mount Hamilton, for what it's worth. So who knows? Good night, Paul. We'll see you Sunday night, if not on the direct path here in a couple of minutes. 73 K6WIS, K6MYC clear. Looking for W6PQL. Jim, are you in here? W6PQL, KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie. KB6WFC, or W6PQL, K6MYC, over. Okay, let me go up to here for N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar. How about it? having a Zoom night. This is Zoom night. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Now, maybe he'll hear me as I go towards Sacramento. He usually checks in a little bit later. While I'm here, though, KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, KD6 WVL. Are you copying me, John? Yeah, I got you. But you're very light.
Very low tonight. Kind of up and down over.
I got, let me write it in. I got 1179, but tell me again. I've got the audio turned up. I'm having some trouble with my transceiver tonight. I can't get enough audio into my hearing aids, and I don't know what the problem is here.
Throw 971 in there, too.
Okay, I'll get you, Dave. Hang on. One more time, John, and tell me what you said there. I guess I'm very weak for you also. Is that it?
Roger. Yeah, but it's up and down. You speak very good and make it
I didn't get it. I got your Roger Rogers, and then you said something after that. You say the band doesn't look very good. Is that what you said?
Roger, up and down.
Yeah, everybody else has got a reasonable signal over here. The path may be down. I'm trying to get a peak on you here, but I just can't seem to get a peak. You're just weak and then weaker. Anyway, thanks for coming in. Wish it was better. I thought it would be better tonight, but apparently we still have some degradation in the path, both on 2 meters here, 2 meters yesterday, and 432 tonight. Anyway, don't give up. It'll be better. Well, we had everything working fine here, and it seems to be. I'm getting full power out. It's good VSWR and all that stuff, but who knows? It's probably just a path at this point. Good evening, John. KD6 WVL, K6MYC, and waiting for N6RO. Nothing heard. How about Mario? Are you in here tonight, Mario? Nothing heard from KO6IQR. Okay. Anybody else before I go to Sacramento? Let's see. Who was in here? Oh, Dave. Good evening, Dave. K6BBG, K6MYC. How are you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good, Mike. How are you doing? K6BBG.
Okay, I'm doing okay. Yeah, we're chugging away here. I had dinner before the net tonight, which is always good. So I'm full, fat, and happy. Fat, dumb, and happy, so to speak.
Hi, Roger. That sounds good.
All righty. Well, let's see if we can get up into Sacramento here and get anybody.
Hi, Dave. K6US.
Hey, good evening, Aaron.
Yeah, no Rob tonight, so otherwise he'd probably say hi to you. But yeah, we'll catch you later. K6US.
K6US, K6BBG.
Okay, Sacramento, KJ6KFB. Wonder if you're in there tonight, Darren. KJ6KFB, K6MYC, over. Okay, nothing from Darren. Let me bump it a little further over for you. 2328. Should be right on you there, Bill. KO6KD. Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, K6MYC, here's KO6KD, Bozo 776. I don't, where's my meter here? I don't see my, hello. Oh, my meter's not working. I don't know why it's not working, but hopefully you're hearing me. KO6KD Bozo 776, checking in.
Yeah, no, you're very loud. Good copy here. So no worries. Good strong signal and not much fading. I didn't hear Darren. Do you know if he's in here tonight or just did I miss him?
No, I haven't heard him at all today. I suspect that he's, well, you know, he's doing something else. John's out here, but I don't know where Darren is.
Okay. Well, we'll go on up and get John. In the meantime, I'll yell out for you, Redding. If Redding is copying, give me some CW in there whenever you hear me. Come up and give me CW whenever you hear me, and I'll probably be able to detect that even though other people are talking. Hopefully we get some propagation up here tonight. Let me go up and get John here. It's good to have you this morning. It was a little disappointing not to have Bob in there. I thought we'd have Bob to kind of beat around a little bit this morning, but he hasn't wanted to come back in and get engrossed in something that maybe is aggravating to him. He's probably still in the glow of Puerto Vallarta. Over.
Yeah, I would have stuck around, but I had to get ready for, I mean, I did. You kicked it around a couple of different times, and I thought, okay, well, I got to get out of here. I got to get ready for a conference call. The county was going to call and talk about some stuff, so anyway, but yeah, I've been kind of looking forward to hearing from Bob, but you say he showed up, but I haven't heard, I have not heard him yet, so, and I seem to be suffering from a kidney stone tonight. I'm trying to get that thing passed, so I'm in a lot of misery. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow sometime, Mike. For now, I'll get out of the way. Thanks for everything. 73KO6KD.
Yeah, I missed one thing you said about Bob that he's doing or isn't doing or will. Something about Bob that I missed. What was it?
I don't remember. He's back. You say he has returned, but I would not swear by because I have not heard him on the air yet.
Well, he was on Monday. That's the funny part. He was on Monday. Actually, even on Sunday, I believe he got home Sunday. It was Sunday we heard him. He got home at 2 a.m. Sunday morning, from a flight that was a Saturday flight. But by the time he got home to Olympia, it was 2 a.m. when he went to bed. He got up at 6 a.m., 4 hours later, and by 8:30 or so, he was in on 40 meters talking to us. And he was a little scattered and a little short of time, but we did have a little chat with him. And he said he didn't really have any issues with the Puerto Vallarta thing because it was quite a distance from where he was going on. He could see the flames and hear the booms, but it was like 4 or 5 miles away across a river and quite a ways away, so he wasn't in any danger ever. Only thing that bothered him was his delayed flight back, so there you are. Okay, well, he said he would be on Monday, and he did. I don't think he was there on Monday. Yeah, the Tuesday he had work. He said he would be driving up to Tacoma, and I thought he'd be back Wednesday. He said he'd see us Wednesday. I thought we'd be seeing him Thursday, and nothing. So he's off his schedule. That's for sure. Maybe we'll see him tomorrow. Good evening for now, Bill, and we'll look for you in the morning. Hopefully you got the stuff on your conference call sorted out there. Don't know whether that was medical or other stuff, but none of my business. I'm glad you got it taken care of. KO6KD 73K6MYC.
73 Mike. Hope to see you in the morning. KO6KD 73.
Up to you, John. Let me bump it up a little bit here. This should be more toward you, John. Maybe somewhere in that area. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR.
Now, you didn't hold it long enough for me to get a peek on you, but I came back to her. Anyway, got your 759, and everything's up and running. Have you had any further conversations with Q5 signal, over?
No, I haven't gotten into that at all as yet. That
things to do with the wife, had doctor's appointments and stuff. I've got more appointments tomorrow, so probably this weekend I will vacate either at the amplifier and give them a call on Monday.
Yeah, okay. That's a module. I don't know why that would be giving you trouble or quitting. That's the funny part, unless you got hit by lightning or something, and that's probably not the case, or you'd have a lot of other things out, but those things are just modules. They're almost indestructible, over.
Yeah, I know. They should be indestructible. What I'm going to do, basically, all I'm going to do is check for bad solder joints, because I have had stuff, you know, if you just touch the lead, it'll start working again, and I will go to that. Other than that, I'm not going to dig into it, because the amplifier modules are wrapped in a metal foil shield, and there's little coils here and there and feedback loops, and I just don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, okay. Well, hopefully they can sort it out and not keep you waiting forever. They're pretty good about getting stuff turned around. Hopefully they can come up with the answer there. As this thing has never been right, as I recall, you've had trouble from the get-go, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had problems with it before, and I thought it was the 1-meter system, but using another 1-meter had the same bad readings, so it is the amplifier as far as I can tell. Your signal also dropped tremendously.
What did you say about my signal? You say I'm fading out on you?
When we first made contact, you were a lot stronger than you are now.
That's funny. I'm hearing you the same, and I'm watching the same power output here. Over.
Oh, well, let's see. I don't know. That's okay. I'll let you go, and you work your way on up to Nevada. Sunday night.
I've sort of lost you guys. I'm hearing a little bit of Paul in there and a little bit of you, John, but all of a sudden the band's going out on us here. Can't seem to get you back in there. Thought I heard a little CW. I'm going to take a standby for CW from Reading. Reading, are you in there? Go ahead, Reading, if you're copying me. Go ahead, Reading. Reading. That should be 337 right there. 336, 335, where you guys usually peak. Reading, K6MYC, over. Okay, I'm hearing nothing. Okay. Well, we'll let you go. If you're hearing me at all, I've lost both you and Paul here. The band has just died. I've got something wrong. Everything looks normal VSWR-wise and so on, so who knows? Okay, up to Nevada. Here we go. Okay, KE7UQL, KE7 Uniform Quebec London, KE7UQL, K6MYC, calling and listing. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform, Quebec, London, K6MYC, calling and listing, over. I'll move the antenna a little bit more. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over. KE7UQL. I thought you said you'd be on here, but maybe I misunderstood. KE7UQL, K6MYC. KE7UQL, K6MYC. Over.
There is 272. This is KE7UQL. Hello, Mike.
Okay, now I got you. I wonder if things have gotten out of whack here. I copy you now. Very good, Daniel. Thank you. And I heard CW in there also. That might be Reading. Let me just take a standby. Reading. If you're copying me in this heading, give me some more CW so I can copy you. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, perhaps. K6MYC. Over. CW. Oh, no. Okay, who is the station with the CW? Is that you, Richard? Oh, Roger. We didn't know you were going to be home. I wasn't expecting you. 249. Welcome back, and hopefully you had a good trip there, Richard. You're almost strong enough for sideband, but the band's a little bit flaky tonight. Anyway, good to hear you, and we'll look for you Sunday night on sideband and booming signal, of course, from your 2-meter station there. You can try a sideband if you think we can make it there quickly. KD6SW, I'm sorry, KD6BQ, K6MYC, over. Okay. Got your Rogers. All right, well, we'll just shoot it back to Daniel and let him finish it up there. Daniel, thank you very much for being there. Good copy. KE7UQL, K6MYC. Go ahead, Daniel.
Yes, Roger, you're coming up very strong at this time, and yes, you got Richard correct. And we'll go ahead and call you on Sunday, 2 meters. Is that a QSL?
Yeah, no, you'll be fine, and you're booming in here now, so good copy. Thank you very much for coming up here, Daniel, and getting 432 running here. The last one is 1296. That's the one we're waiting for. Hi. Take care. Have a good weekend. Enjoy. Hopefully the weather won't be too bad for you. It was a little cooler today, but it seems like it's warming up again a little bit at the end of the day here. 7-3. We're in the 50s instead of 60s and 70s like we were the rest of the week. 73, KE7UQL, KD6BQ, K6MYC, clear. Good night, guys. Did. 7-3, Daniel. Thank you. Okay, Aaron, I'm going to go back to the Bay Area for late checks and miss. We never did get W6PQL. He's usually in here, so let's see if we can pick him up here. That should be right toward Jim there. W6PQL. W6 Papa Queen London. Maybe you're so tired out from the golf game you can't get in here. W6PQL, K6MYC.
Hi, Mike. No, I'm here. I am tired, though. I had some work to do tonight, so I couldn't get in here on the early side. But I thought I'd pick you up on the way back, which is what we're doing. And very, very windy out there playing golf today. Very, very windy. So I didn't do well. I usually get, 4, 5, 6 pars. I didn't get a single one. Just winds blowing things all over the place. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Well, at least you got out and got some fresh air. Lots of it. Probably more fresh air than you wanted. Sounds good. Have you heard anything from Mike here? You might take a standby and see if Mike is in there. I haven't heard him on 432 for quite a while here. He said he would try to make it. W6PQL with KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC.
No, I haven't heard Mike in there. I think I heard Ken in there, though. Hello, Ken.
Well, I haven't heard Ken. Let me go back and see if I can get Ken. Thanks very much for checking in here, Jim, and we'll see you Sunday night. W6PQL, K6MYC, and I'll go back to Ken. Over.
Wait a minute, KB6WSC is in here tonight. He's in here, Mike. Over.
Okay, N6RO, K6MYC. Are you there, Ken? Over.
Well, he's got the antenna way off, way off the both of us, so I don't think he can hear the one of us.
N6, I hear Jim in here, but I don't hear N6RO. Over. Let me go back this way. N6RO. N6RO, are you in there, Ken?
Okay, I think you're listening now. Your antenna's not on me, and it's a little bit off of Mike up there in Daly City. Mike is in here, and he's, I don't think he's hearing you, but he can hear you on the live stream. Mikey, go ahead.
Okay, no, I'm back on you again, more or less. I'm at 290, a couple of degrees higher than normal, buddy. You're good enough. KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie. Go ahead, Mike. K6MYC. Over.
Give it a second, Mike. He's listening live stream, I think.
I hear 775. You're about readability 3. About readability 3. The band doesn't seem to be in very good shape tonight. Readability 3, but we have you, Mike. Good evening. Thanks for making the check-in here. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. 73, Mike.
73, good evening, thank you. I can hear you on the stream, and occasionally you burst through.
Okay, he's got major distortion. You want to help him with that, Jim?
Okay, well, I think he can probably hear it on the stream, Mike.
Yeah, but no, he's got distortion here on his audio. Didn't you hear him?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He can hear that coming through on the stream.
Yeah, maybe you guys want to chat just a bit there. Mike, go ahead and make a transmission so you get on the stream. Over.
Yeah, we doubled. Good night to you, Mikey. W6PQL. Good night up to Mike in Daly City.
Mike, Daly City. Make another transmission, Mike, so you can hear yourself on the stream. Over. I guess he doesn't want to do that. Maybe he knows he has a problem. All right, 7-3, Jim. Thank you. Okay, anybody else? KB6BA, KB6BA, KB6BA. Are you in there tonight? Oliver, KB6BA, K6MYC. Anybody else in the Bay Area for the Bozo Net? Late checks or missed? Okay, nothing heard. Let's see, I believe we're done, Aaron. K6US, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good, Mike. I got 27.
Yeah, monster night for 432. I don't think we've ever had any more than that.
Yeah, and that's without Rob or his wife, and also including Robert down there in Visalia, who doesn't have a number, but we're still going to put him on the list.
Well, I wrote him in, and so he's on the list, but we, like you say, we don't have a number for him. All right, very good.
Okay. Yeah, 680.
Who is that?
That's 28. That's Mark up there in Prather.
Hi, Mark, K6MTS, 6, what is it?
680.
I can barely hear Mike.
Yeah, Mark, he's pointed east. He's basically pointed the opposite direction of you.
If he's pointed east, he should be hitting me head on.
No, I mean, he's pointed west, so you're east of him.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Anyhow, hope you guys have a great night.
What, 680, Mark, 680?
Yes, sir, right here.
Yeah, I just had to move the antenna. You're still off the back, but I got you out of a null there. Should be good copy now. Thank you very much for popping in. Sorry you're so late. Mark and Rob's not here as he's had a Aries meeting, which was rescheduled, and he couldn't make this one tonight.
Yeah, I heard him saying that the other night, so no worries. But, yeah, thanks for getting me checked in. And 7-3, guys. K6MTS 680, Prather, Delta Mike 6.
Okay. And so back over to you, Aaron, and I guess it's changing from 27 to 28.
Yes, I believe that is still how the math works. So yeah, 28's a pretty good night for 432.
I'll say. Yeah, and we could have had others. KB6BA has the band. Let's see who we missed. KJ6KFB up there. We missed Mario. Mario hasn't gotten reset up yet. God, we could have been in the low 30s.
Yeah, and there's at least 2 people in the Fresno area that I'm thinking of that didn't check in, and then yeah, so one of these days we'll get everybody on the same night.
Yeah, well, Ken could have checked in, and N6BYH. That would have been a couple of easy ones here. Over.
That's exactly who I was thinking of.
So we got a lot of people on 432, and that's good. I'm glad to see that number banging her up close to 30, and maybe we can get it up over that 30 mark before long. Let's see. Were you able to follow anything on the stream when I was talking to Fred?
Oh, I was listening to the whole thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's so many other things that could have happened with that material, even if they couldn't turn it into something. They could have sold it to China. They could have used it for leverage, and they don't need to be able to shoot a bomb at us. They just got to get one to Israel, and they're right next door on the other side of Iraq. You know, I've never been worried about Iran firing at us, but there's definitely some of their neighbors that they would want to attack.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't want to have the bomb in their hands. And, you know, the Israeli, what is the word? Their espionage group is very accurate on everything else. They've got moles everywhere. So, I mean, they were the one that pinpointed what tunnels to go down for the Moabs when we took out the underground stuff. That was all pre-programmed by the Israelis. So they've got very good spy work. And I have a feeling that they know where people stand in terms of their performance and what they're working on and all the rest of it. So it's hard to believe that. But Fred was all arguing based on the fact that it's all Trump's dream.
Yeah, well, it's been a crazy week, but there's a few less bad guys in the world, so that's the positive part.
Yeah, this is not for fun. You break down all the different things that they've done all over the world, and what they were planning on doing was sinking an oil tanker in the Hormuz Straits so they could block traffic that way too. So they had all kinds of bad plans. And most of the plans were well known by the Israelis because of their good spy work. I'm using the wrong word. Espionage? What is the word I'm looking for?
I don't know, but I still think it's pretty funny that they thought it was a good idea to have a meeting together on a Saturday, during Ramadan, especially when they were being watched, and it made it really easy to take out 40 of them.
Yeah, well, that was our CIA that pinpointed that, from what I understood. They were tracking every one of these guys. I have a piece of information which is interesting. Are you copying me okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm copying you great right now.
I'm going to drop power here, I think. Let me drop the amp and see if you can still hear me.
Well, give me a second. We'll say goodnight to the people on YouTube. Good night, everybody. KA6US.
Okay, you want to disconnect YouTube?